Hey everybody, welcome back. This is some best friend betrayal that's on another level.
Okay, y'all, let's get right into it. Let me tell y'all how I found out on my birthday that my friend was not my real friend. So basically, the day of my birthday, the plan was to go to a dinner at 7:30. We were supposed to meet up at the hotel that I paid for at 6:45. So my friend, which is friend A, she calls me and she's like, yeah, I'm financially not able to, come to your dinner. I just am unable to come. And she was crying on the phone, boo-hooing and everything. And I was like, girl, it's no problem. Like, we all gonna eat. Like, I would never do that. I will take care of you. I'll pay for you, no problem. So basically,
On your birthday.
Fast forward to, the time of us leaving at 6:45. So friend B was there with me getting dressed. Friend C said she was going to meet us at the, dinner. Mind you, the dinner was set at 7:30. So 6:45 comes and we're waiting on friend A, which is the friend that I'm not friends with no more. But we're waiting on her. So we call her and we're like, yeah, girl, where you at? And she's like, yeah, I'm running late. I still got to, get dressed when I get to the hotel. And we're all like, the reservation's at 7:30. Like, I told these girls this, days in advance. So she comes to the hotel, and when she comes, she has this stank attitude. Like, she really don't even want to speak. Like, she don't even want to be here. So I'm like, what is her problem? Like, one, you making me late for my birthday dinner on my birthday and then giving me an attitude about it. Like, I didn't tell you these plans previous. So anyways, we get into the car. She, gets dressed. She ended up making me late for my dinner. We didn't get there till 8 o'clock. So basically, we get at the table. Mind you, friend A is who I'm paying for. Friend A also does not drink alcohol. She's a smoker. She does not drink alcohol at all. So the server comes to our table. He does his big introduction. He's like, yeah, we have this, cool, cocktail that has smoke that comes out of it. Mind you, like, I don't care about prices when I'm eating because it's my money. But it's like, for her, it was like, I didn't feel like I needed to have that conversation. Like, don't break my pockets, because this is a grown 25-year-old woman. So the waiter's like, does anybody want a cocktail? I'm like, yeah, I'll have it. And this is a $20 cocktail. Why does friend A raise her hand and say, oh, I'll have one too? I don't want you to drink alone on your birthday. You're going to drink with me on my birthday and I'm paying for it? And you don't even drink alcohol? Are you dumb?
Wait, what?
So anyways, the food comes out, whatever. And, they give me a free drink because they messed my food up. And then she going to tell the waiter, oh, I want one too. And we're all just like, what is wrong with this girl? So after that, like after the dinner was done, the checks come out. My check was $71 by myself. So now, because she decided to run my check up and get alcohol and not just food, my check went from $71 to me paying $200 for me and her combined. The reason how I knew that she really had money, she texted me the next day asking me for the plug's number. And then when I confronted her,
the plug,
she was upset and she felt disrespected on my birthday.
The plug. We don't need to elaborate on what a plug is, okay? But for those of you who don't know what a plug is, you need money to be calling a plug. It's always the people that say that they don't have any money that somehow have money for other things. That's a surefire way to tell, you know what I'm saying? Is that if they're like,
no, I'm broke, I don't have any money.
And then, they're posting about like stuff on social media, expensive dinners they bought. They probably didn't pay for them, but realistically, it's always the people that say they don't have money that somehow have money for other things, including a plug. I do have to be honest with you, girl. I don't think that you should have offered to pay for her on your birthday. That's just my opinion. It's your birthday. If she couldn't afford the dinner, she doesn't have to come to the dinner. She could come, meet up with you guys after. But bottom line, it's your birthday. You should not be offering to pay for other people, because when you do that, you do kind of give them the go-ahead to like order things. Perhaps run up a tab. She doesn't have the right to run up a tab, but you did say that you would pay, and that was your first mistake. I get it though. I get it. You want to help your friend out. You just want them to be there with you. It's not about the money. You just want to be in their presence. Rule number 1, I'm not paying for nobody on my birthday. I'll see you when I see you. I mean, that's what I said. That's exactly what I said. She didn't have to come to the dinner. You are under no obligation, if you can't afford to come to a birthday dinner, to come to that birthday dinner if you can't afford it. It's not a big deal. I feel like birthdays are when you find out who really f with you. That's why honestly, birthdays can be quite bittersweet. You paid on your birthday, you need new friends. Oh, someone had to say it. She had money, just not for your birthday. She never wanted to go. She was about to flake until you offered to pay, and she had no excuse, so she came with a
Well, you wanted me here.
attitude. That's actually a very, very good point. You just offered to pay for her dinner on your birthday, and she's coming with an attitude? She should be kissing your feet, dude. Or just don't come. Just don't. Oh, there's a part 2. Excellent.
I really just try to make it really one part. But when I tried to confront her about all of these things, basically we get back to the hotel and it was snowing real bad. So one of my friends, she ended up going home and the other friend ended up going home. So I was left in the hotel with the friend A, who I didn't want to be in my space no more. So I really just got frustrated and I was like, irritated. And I just didn't want her to be around me because when we got to the hotel, she just was like, a Jay's calling my name. A Jay's calling my name. Like, I gotta smoke. And I'm like, girl, you acting like you burnt out right now. Like, I'm trying to get drunk, play drinking games, and you worried about everything that you want to do. So when I confronted sis about it, she was like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. I honestly feel disrespected, and I look at you a different way now. Now, if 2 + 2 = 4, I don't understand why she would feel some type of way when she made me late for my birthday dinner, gave me attitude, ran up my check, and stayed in a luxury hotel on me. Everything was paid for by me, the birthday girl. And when I confronted her and I was telling her, like, you're just dead ass wrong. Like, and I was like, you're my sis, I love you. Like, I would never think for you to do this to me. This girl gonna say, you talking about you love me and you my sis, but I don't even got no sister. I said, oh, word? I said, you know what? You got me and you got my money, the little chump change that you really needed because you're so broke. You can go ahead and keep that. You got it. And I just told her, have a great life. And I left that hoe alone because I have already seen red flags about her and how she uses people. She is an opportunist. And one thing about me, I hate people like that.
Me
and
too.
I would never in my life, if I was on somebody's birthday, say like to my friend, like, I can't afford to pay, I'm going to get the cheapest. We was literally paying for water at this restaurant. The restaurant was so damn high class that they was escorting us to the bathroom. Sis, you didn't even have money to tip. So I had to tip like $70 for both of us. So it's just like, you feel some type of way? And she just was trying to just be the victim, and it wasn't going nowhere. And it was going to get to the point where I was either going to start getting disrespectful or just leave this hoe alone. And I decided to leave that hoe alone. Leave that broke hoe alone. As a grown-ass woman about to be 26 and I'm 22, you need to do better, period.
That's what's up. I agree with you. It always sucks when you go over and above for friends and they still somehow find a way to disappoint you. You know what I'm saying? And that's our own fault. We people pleasers, we go over and above and then we get pissed off when that isn't returned. I'm confused why your friends let you pay for anything on your birthday. I'm gonna start there. I hate to say it. Like, I literally hate to say it because I've been there. Experience has taught me it's your birthday and you shouldn't be paying for other people. Depending on your values, you can pay for yourself. Depending on your values, other people can pay for you. But I don't think it's fair for you to pay for a luxury hotel, pay for a dinner for your friend. You weren't even asking her to pay for you. You paid for your own damn meal on your birthday. And then for her to come with an attitude, I don't like it. I don't like it. If somebody's paying for me, I will legit find the cheapest thing. It's common courtesy. It would be one thing also if she had like asked permission if she could get a drink, but she kind of just like went ahead and did it. I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. Babe, you need new friends. I would never let my bestie pay on her birthday. The fuck? Anyway, happy birthday. People like to say I'm high and mighty for having this opinion, and not everybody is able to do this, but if it's your birthday and I'm your best friend, you're not paying. You're just not. You're not. It's your birthday, girl. My friends don't pay for shit on their birthday. And it's not just me. It's like a collective understanding among the friend group. You know, we would split her bill. That's the way it is. I once found a comment of someone who was saying that I was bragging because I say that I take my friends out for dinner on their birthday. To that person, like, don't get it twisted. They take me out for dinner on my birthday too. If saying that you like treating your friends on their birthday is bragging, girl, okay, I'm bragging. I'm bragging then. That's what I'm doing. I'm sad that you don't have a friend that wants to take you out for dinner on your birthday. That's It's sad. Prayers, sorrows, prayers.
God, universe has my back. At Chick-fil-A right now. Okay, first of all, tell me why I'm hanging out with my friend Dua, and we were deciding between McDonald's or Chick-fil-A, and then she was like, let's just go to Chick-fil-A. We didn't even plan to come here. And let me just say, how do I even tell this? I have this friend, Mohammed. You guys might know him from my live streams because he always watches. But I was like, Mohammed, do you want to hang out? And he was like, let's hang out tomorrow. And tomorrow was today. We like full planned to hang out with me. And I was like, okay, let's hang out after 7 p.m. He was like, okay. He texted me at 7:15 and he's like, let's reschedule for tomorrow. And I was like, okay, but why? This man tells me that he has to pick up his brother at 7:45 from work. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So Mohammed couldn't hang out, so I just hung out with Dua instead. We come to the Chick-fil-A, guess who is sitting right there at the Chick-fil-A? Mohammed. Not even just Mohammed. Mohammed with 2 other friends. I'm like,
what happened to the brother?
this is why I need to leave my house more often so I can like catch people in the act. I didn't even try and I caught that man in the act lying. That is crazy. So I sent this like a video of them in 4K to the group chat because we're all friends. And they were like, oh my god, my Kim, you NPC, where'd you come from? Where did you come from? First of all, where did I come from? Where did you come from? Then one of our other friends called me. As soon as we came, they left. Like, they didn't open my Snapchat until they left.
They didn't see you.
But I don't want them to see me. So now I wonder what Mohammed's gonna say now. So, you can go ahead and cancel them plans tomorrow, Mohammed. I'm not coming. That is so bogus. Literally could just been like, oh, actually can't hang out. But the kicker is, our other friend exposed him more because I was like, did you guys plan to hang out today? He was like, no, Mohammed randomly called me and was like, meet me at Chick-fil-A right now, I'll pay for your food. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's no way that's real.
Not him choosing the other guy over you.
That is
And paying
insane.
the meal.
Right. Mohammed, you better pay for my meal next time. Like, what the... So to everybody asking why I haven't hung out with Mohammed recently, he's fixed. That's it.
Are you telling everybody everything?
I just can't believe that we caught them in the act. Like, I wasn't thinking about it. Like, I didn't care.
Okay, so for the record, Mohammed is fake. Mohammed, I'm looking at you, kid. He wanted to go to Chick-fil-A, just not with you. Mohammed, you got called out. How are you not embarrassed?
I'm gonna tell you all about the time when my best friends stole literally everything in my closet. Stole all my clothes. So my 4 best friends and I were having a sleepover, and basically they stole all of my clothes. They stole my laptop. They stole my iPod. It happened in middle school, but I continued being friends with these girls like until high school.
What?
Like some of them through high school. So it's a Saturday night. We're having a sleepover. This is 7th grade. My friends are like, oh, we're at my house, obviously. So my friends are like, oh, let's stay up all night. You know, it would be fun. And I'm like, okay, yeah. But me knowing me, like, I could never stay up all night. So I drank a soda and I was like so sure of myself being able to like stay up all night. Whatever. 11 o'clock rolls around. I start getting tired. I fall asleep and I am woken up to hair gel all over me. My nana used to like knit me mittens and whatever. They took one of my nana's knitted mittens. They drenched that in my hair gel, like, you know that blue like hair gel that everyone used to scrunch their hair with? That hair gel, soaked it in it and then put it on my face. So I woke up and I was literally covered in freaking hair gel. So I'm like, F you, and I go and sleep with my mom. I wake up the next morning and it's a Sunday, so my mom's like, go get ready for church, whatever. I go to get ready for church. Literally, my room is always a mess, but like it looked like a little clean, so I was like, oh, maybe they felt bad and like cleaned up my room for me, whatever. So I like go and like look through my drawers. They're all empty, like they cleaned house. Like I was going through my drawers, trying to find like my Victoria's Secret yoga pants, you know, like anything, and nope, they took it all. So I'm like crying. My mom's like, you're being dramatic, whatever. One thing about me is like, I was like a doormat for my friends in middle school. Me being the unconfrontational person I am at the time, I'm like, text my group chat, or if their group chat wasn't a thing, I text my friends, and I'm like, hey, did anybody like happen to borrow some of my clothes? Like, no biggie if you did, like,
Oh
just
my
wondering.
gosh.
I started gaslighting the shit out of me, and they're like, no. That's my brother, because my brother's up at all hours, so I'm like, did you like see anything like suspicious? Like, were you up when they left? So basically my brother was like, yeah, they asked me for a trash bag last night. Like they asked where the trash bags were. And then this morning I saw them leaving with giant trash bags.
You didn't think to
So my
stop
mom's
them?
like, we're driving to their house. And I'm like, no, you're not. Like, keep in mind, at this time, I literally am the most, like, unconfrontational, like, most self-conscious person ever. I'm like, these are my only friends. Like, I don't care if they stole my clothes. Like, I can't, like, what if they didn't? And now they're gonna think I'm two-faced. Like, we can't tell anyone. Like, what the was I? So then the very next day, I go to school, and guess what?
They're wearing
all wearing my clothes. I was like pissed and I mustered up the courage and I was like, that's my shirt. They just continued to gaslight me and they're like, no, this is actually my neighbor's shirt and you're not the only one who owns these clothing. Like, you didn't design them. And then they said, I'm two-faced and then I can't sit with them at lunch. This is the days before you could track your laptop. But basically I was like, if you don't give me my clothes back, I'm calling the cops. And sure enough, they gave me all my clothes back. So that was nice.
The audacity to go and steal your clothes and then gaslight you while they're wearing them the next day at school. Like, are you stupid? Are you dumb? Honestly, in middle school, I straight up put up with like bullying, like straight up bullying, because I was more afraid of not having friends than being friends with absolute wastemans.
Waste youths.
I hope you have recovered from your people-pleasing tendencies. I haven't, but I hope you have. We gotta stop being doormats, guys. Like, it's really not healthy. It's so bad! Oh, the things we put ourselves through.
I saw this TikTok that said, tell me when you found out that your friend was fake. Then the video after that was like something about like, why do girls go to Miami and then come back not friends? And it reminded me of the time where I lost my friend of like 25 years. This happened right before I was going to graduate pharmacy school. My friends invited me on their girls trip. They were going to go to South Padre Island. So I was like the third wheel. I arrived like a day after they did. It was the first time I even got on a plane. And I was like super excited. The first 2 days we had a blast and then we drove to Houston. While we were in Houston, I said, hey, let's stop at the liquor store and let's get a bottle of tequila. It's on me. I want to celebrate that, we're here and we're having such a good time. I made everybody take shots because remember, guys, I used to be a bartender. So that's my job. I love getting people to take shots. So I made everybody take, I think, 2 shots before we went out to dinner to like some fancy steakhouse, right? So on the way to dinner, I'm sitting next to my friend and I'm talking to the driver and we're talking about something completely unrelated to pharmacy or any kind of money. And next thing you know, she's like, well, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
She's like, nobody cares that you're going to be a pharmacist. Nobody cares. You need to stop talking about it because nobody cares. And I was like, okay. So then she just went off and she was just like, you think you're better than everybody. You need to humble yourself.
Anybody that tells you that, you think you're better than me, you think you're better than everybody, thinks you're better than them. No one is saying that except you!
You're just like everybody else. And just because you're going to be a pharmacist, it doesn't make you better than anybody. And I'm like, I never said any of it. Like, we were not even talking about my career. We're not even talking about myself. We were just, I think I was just asking the guy, like, what's there to do in Houston? I was nothing related. And she just went off on me, right? And so I was already tipsy. So then I'm like, start crying. I'm like bawling my eyes out, right? So I'm crying my eyes out. This is my friend from like 2nd grade. So that really hurt my feelings. And then, so we were with my friend's brother. So we still had to go and have dinner. So we go to the restaurant still, because I don't want to ruin anybody's time. I'm there as a guest. I don't want to be an asshole. So we still go to the restaurant. We sit down for dinner and she's still talking. She's just like talking. Like, oh, look at the way she eats. Look at this, look at that. She's just talking all this shit. And I just have to kind of like take it because I don't want to be rude. So then we go to the bar after dinner, right? And I assume everything's fine. I just kind of keep my distance. I'm talking to this other guy, the driver. And I'm just trying to like talk to him. I think I was like, hey, let's do some like Vegas bombs or something. And we ordered some Vegas bombs. And I thought everything was fine. I just kept my distance from her. I'm like, I don't want to deal with her. Whatever issues she's got, that's on her. Next thing you know, I feel somebody like pull my hair. No. And I'm like, I'm like ready to fight this right now.
The fact that she was so threatened by you becoming pharmacist, like, I hope that you become the best pharmacist in the world. You better be the best goddamn pharmacist I've ever seen.
I felt somebody pull my hair. And then when I went to look, like she like ran next to my friend. And then I was like, I tried to pull her hair back. But anyways, next thing you know, I'm like, I just feel somebody like grab me, like pick me up. Like I'm tiny. I'm like 5'2". So this big guy grabs me and then just takes me outside the bar. And he's like, look, she's clearly jealous. You cannot fight her. If you like catch a case, this can affect your license. Period. You have too much to lose now. You cannot stoop down to her level.
She's trying to
bring you down with her, but you can't allow her. She's clearly jealous and you just have to like ignore her.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? You're right. So, we went to another bar and she was still being weird. So then I actually just left my friends and I went to party by myself. I had a great time. Overnight, my flight was early in the morning anyway. So I literally just went back to the house just to pick up my stuff and I just went straight to the airport and then I came home. So I wish she had just apologized, like, hey, I was drunk, something happened, maybe we wouldn't have been as close of friends, but at least maybe we could have like patched things up because it was really stupid for that. That fight was stupid. If you're ever feeling jealous of anybody, you should think within yourself, like, why do I feel like that? I won't say that I've never been jealous of anybody, but when I have, I think about it, like, why do I feel like that? And if I do feel like that, like, what can I do to change that feeling? Because it's not a good feeling. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, like, you're the one who looks like an asshole if you act on those feelings. You also have to remember everybody has a different path and everybody started out differently. So, I mean, even like the way that you were raised, even like where you were raised, where you were born, like all your opportunities are going to be different and you cannot compare yourself to anybody else. You just have to learn to love yourself and the things that you can do.
Well, that was a really nice way to end on that note. For the record, jealousy is a normal human emotion. It's probably the worst human emotion that you can ever feel. It's an ugly emotion. But the fact of the matter is, I think we've all felt it about somebody else. It is what it is. It's normal. It's something that most of us probably shouldn't admit or care to admit. But at the end of the day, we gotta normalize being happy for other people, especially our friends. I understand that sometimes there's competition between friends, but there shouldn't be. You gotta learn to be happy for other people, especially your friends. When someone tells you things like that, they've been feeling it for a while, for a good while. I would definitely not want someone like that around me. Yeah, it sounds like she's maybe been holding that resentment against you. And then you went and you bought them a bottle of alcohol and you got her drunk and it just came out. Just came out. If any person says they've never been jealous, it's a lie. It's okay to have those feelings. It's what you do with them that matter. Period. I'm big enough to admit that I've been jealous. I've been jealous of other people. It's not a good feeling. But you know what stopped that? You gotta work on yourself. You gotta work on being happy. You gotta work hard. Gotta learn how to love yourself. You gotta get to a point where you're proud of yourself. And then you won't be jealous of other people as much.
Subscribe!